One of the things that jumps off the page in our conversations is hope. Your word, hope. The idea that you're building confidence that tomorrow will be better than yesterday, and that it's interesting to talk about it, easy to talk about. But in a world that tends to be more fearful, more negative than it needs to be, how does a leader create a culture where hope is more prevalent?
Yeah, I think there's always this impression that hope, instilling hope in the troops and the rank and file, in your employees, is all about having motivational speeches. And I will tell you, that only takes you so far. What gives people hope is that you have a plan, and that you can articulate that plan, and that you can meet the milestones of that plan. I mentioned earlier I'm reading the book The Splendid and the Vile, about Winston Churchill in the early years of the war. And of course, Churchill comes in as the prime minister. He is not well received by the king. The other members of parliament don't particularly care for Churchill. And very early on, of course, he is this great orator. He gets before the parliament. He makes these fabulous speeches. But what gave the British people hope, the folks in the United Kingdom hope, was the fact that Churchill had a plan. He knew he had to strike back against the Nazis. He had to deliver on his plan. And so every leader ought to recognize that it's more than about the rah-rah speeches. It's more than about just being a great orator. You have got to have a plan. You have got to, manage through that plan. You have got to show the people that work for you that you're making progress on that plan, and that at the end of the day, you are going to be successful. You will have setbacks. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. You are going to have setbacks. And if all of a sudden plan A doesn't work, and plan B doesn't work, and plan C and D don't work, and you get kicked in the gut, the last thing you want to do is feel sorry for yourself, go into your room and put your head between your hands. No, what you've got to do is you've got to come up with, the next part of the plan, get back on the horse, and show the people that are working for you that you can work through this crisis, you can work through this failure. They will have hope in you. They will be inspired by you, but you have got to deliver on the plan, or all the great speeches in the world won't encourage the people to follow you.
So it's preparation is a big part of that, creating hope, so that I'm prepared, right?
It's not only preparation, it's preparation and execution. I've seen a lot of folks that put a ton of work into a plan, and then we're not able to execute on the plan. Now, obviously, if you put a lot of planning and effort into a good plan, that's a great thing, but you have to be able to execute on the plan. If you can't do that, then people won't trust you, and they won't have hope in what you're trying to do.
There are a lot of good plans, right?
A lot of good plans.